The big changes that the Social Security Administration is making and how they determine your past relevant work. What you need to know. The Social Security Administration uses a 5-step sequential evaluation to determine your entitlement to benefits. And at step 4, they determine whether or not, based on your restrictions and limitations, you can go back to the lightest job you held in the 15 years before you became disabled. And in doing so, they ask what your work history is, and then they try to match it up with something called the Dictionary of Occupational Titles. We lawyers have been complaining for years that this look-back period of 15 years is too long, and that the Dictionary of Occupational Titles, which was last updated in 1991, does not reflect how jobs are actually performed in today's economy. Well, finally, the Social Security Administration has listened to us, but they are now going to make some very significant changes in the way they evaluate your past relevant work, which you certainly need to know about, and which I'll be talking about in subsequent videos in greater detail. The first major change is that the look-back period is no longer going to be 15 years. It will be 5 years from the date you claim that you became disabled. The second thing they're going to do is not really use the Dictionary of Occupational Titles, which I like, because as I said, this is very outdated and most jobs are not performed the way that they were performed in 1991. So the Social Security Administration isn't really going to use the Dictionary of Occupational Titles. They are going to ask the vocational evaluator to look at the 5-year work history and determine what the functional requirements are based on the way you performed the job, not the way that it was listed in the Dictionary of Occupational Titles. And they're also going to be asking that vocational evaluator to determine, 1, what the job is, 2, what are the physical exertional requirements in terms of lifting, bending, stooping, and standing, and thirdly, they're going to ask, what's the skill level? That's important because at step 5, one of the ways to be found disabled is to be, if you're over 50, is where the grids will apply. And part of the application of the grids impacts or is impacted by the question of whether or not the skills that you've learned in your past work will transfer to other work based on your restrictions and limitations. Stay forward or look forward to more videos about these significant changes and the impact it can have on your Social Security disability case. If you have any questions about your rights to Social Security disability benefits, call me today at 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation.